This is Fitness Blender's Fat Blasting Cardio Kickboxing. In this workout, we're going to be doing 6 different cardio kickboxing combinations, starting off with 2 slow repetition demos and then 10 full speed repetitions. Now this routine doesn't require any equipment, so it's going to be a great home cardio routine. We haven't included a warm-up or a cool-down, so you'll want to make sure you get one of those in before you start. Alright, let's go and get started with our first round. 2 jabs and 2 crosses. 2 slow repetitions. Got 1 more slow demo. Now 10 fast. Push it as hard as you possibly can. Make sure all those muscles are nice and tight. Everything through that body should be contracted. Those core muscles, that upper body, those arms, those legs, everything should be nice and solid, ready to go through this motion. And just 2 more repetitions. 1 left. And let it relax. We're going to switch sides, keep those feet moving, so shift which foot is forward. Doing 2 slow repetitions as our second one. And 10 repetitions fast. Remember, push it as hard as you possibly can. The harder you work on this, the more you're going to sweat, the more calories you're going to burn, the more tone those muscles are going to get. So push into it as hard as you possibly can the entire time. And again, just 2 more repetitions. 1 more. And let it relax. All right, let's go on to our next combination. 2 uppercuts and 2 hooks. 2 slow. 1 more. And 10 fast. Push it as hard as you possibly can. Make sure those arms are really nice and rigid. You don't want to just have those arms swinging around. You want to have them controlled. Pick a point on the wall in front of you and try to get that fist to swing right across in front of that point every single time, like you're actually trying to aim. Make sure you're trying to get as much control over it as possible. Everything nice and solid. Just 1 left. And let it relax. We're going to switch sides, keep those feet moving. 2 slow. Uppercut, uppercut, hook, hook. 1 more. And start up. 10 repetitions fast. Remember to keep those arms nice and rigid. Keep that core contracted nice and tight. Those chest muscles and back muscles should be nice and solid as well. Getting ready to do that punch motion and retracting that fist as quickly as possible. Push into it as hard as you can. Burn as many calories as you can. And just 2 more repetitions. Keep them going. Last one. And let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and get ready for our next group. We're going to be doing 2 jabs, a cross, and then 2 uppercuts. Let's try 2 slow ones first. 2 jabs, 1 cross, 2 uppercuts. All right, 10 fast. Make sure all those muscles are nice and tensed. Push through it as hard as you possibly can. Move as quickly as possible while still trying to be as controlled as possible. You still want to try to feel like you're being accurate with those punches and those swings. Like I said, try to focus on a point on the wall and aim for that point every single time you throw a punch. You want that punch to be going through that point every single time. Just 2 more repetitions. Push as hard as you can. 1 more. And let it relax. All right, good job. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. So lead with that opposite leg. Again, 2 slow ones. 2 jabs. 1 cross, 2 uppercuts. All right, 10 fast. Start them up. Keep checking yourself as you're going through these motions. Make sure all those muscles are tight. Make sure those core muscles are nice and solid. Make sure those legs are contracted. You're staying up on the ball of your foot as much as you can the entire time. Trying to stay as light on your feet as possible. Swinging those arms as solid as you can. Whipping them out and then pulling them right back in. But making sure you're keeping everything under control. You're not just swinging those arms around. We just have 1 more repetition to go. And let it relax. Keep those feet moving. Don't stop. We're going to get ready for our next group, which is going to be a jab, an uppercut, and 2 knees. Let's go ahead and do our first 2 repetitions nice and slow. 1 more time. And 10 fast. Push into it 100%. Make sure you keep checking all those muscles. Make sure everything's nice and solid. You're pushing into it 100% every single time. Make sure every single one of those motions is really deliberate. You're not just kind of swinging those arms and legs around. You want those muscles tensed. You never want to feel like you're out of control of your limbs. You want to make sure every single time that arm or that leg moves, it's going exactly where you want it to. Just 2 more repetitions left. Keep them strong. 1 more. and let it relax. Okay, switch sides. We're going to do the same exact repetition. Jab, uppercut, and 2 knees. One more slow. Jab, uppercut, knee, and knee. All right, 10 repetitions fast, 100%. Start it up. Run back through that mental checklist. Make sure those legs are contracted, nice and solid. Up on those toes. Make sure those core muscles are nice and solid. Keeping everything, those abdominal muscles, those obliques, that lower back contracted, nice and hard. Make sure that chest and that upper back is contracted. Make sure those arms are nice and solid, ready to do a motion at any second. We're almost done. Just 2 more repetitions. Keep pushing through it as hard as you can. Burn those calories off. And let it relax. All right, keep those feet moving. Don't rest yet. We've got a next one coming up. 2 shin blocks, a cross, and a jab. Shin block, cross, and jab. One more time slow. And start up. 10 repetitions fast. Keep everything nice and contracted. As you draw that knee up and pull that elbow down to make that shield, make sure you're getting a nice contraction through your abdominal muscles, crunching that shoulder down just a little bit, and make sure that bicep and tricep are contracted nice and solid to keep that forearm nice and rigid. Same thing with that quadricep and that hamstring. You don't want just that forearm and that shin just dangling there. You want to feel them nice and solid, like you're actually going to block a punch or a kick. Just 2 more repetitions. One more. And let it relax. All right, we're going to switch sides. Same exact combination. Start with those 2 slow repetitions. One more. 2 shin blocks. Cross and a jab. All right, 10 repetitions fast. Again, run through that mental checklist. Make sure everything's really nice and solid. Those legs are nice and solid. Stand up on the ball of that foot. That core is nice and contracted. That chest, that upper back, especially those arms are nice and solid, and those shoulders. Put 100% effort into every single punch, every single kick you throw to burn as many calories as you possibly can. Just 2 more repetitions. One more. And let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and get ready for that next round. Our next progression is going to be shin block plus knee 2 times, and then finish off that last one with a front kick. One more time. And a front kick. All right, 10 repetitions fast. Now this is the first side of our last progression for this exercise routine, so make sure you push through it as hard as you possibly can. We are almost done. You want to make sure you end this routine with nothing left, so push into it as hard as you possibly can. Go through and do that mental checklist. Make sure those legs are nice and tight. Stand up on the ball of your foot. Those core muscles are nice and solid. That chest, that upper back, those shoulders, those arms, all of those muscle groups are contracted as tight as possible, ready to push as much effort into each one of these motions as you can. Now you can easily double the number of calories you're burning with this routine if you just take your time to really contract those muscles, make sure everything's really nice and solid, pushing 100% into each one of these motions every single time. Now that was the last one of that first side, so we're going to switch over to the other side. This is our last side of our last progression for this workout routine, so 100% effort all the way through. All right, now you got 10 fast. Constantly be running through that mental checklist on this one. Make sure those legs are nice and tight. Make sure you're up on the ball of your foot. Make sure those core muscles are tight. That chest, that back, those shoulders, those arms, everything needs to be as solid as you can possibly get it to burn as many calories as you can. We're almost done. Don't leave anything left for the finish. And we are almost done. Just 2 more full repetitions. And just 1 more full repetition. Push into it 100%. And that is it. Good job. Keep those feet moving. This workout is complete. You've just finished Fitness Blender's Fat Blasting Cardio Kickboxing.